What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So, last night, Mr. Teofimo Lopez defeats Sandor Martin by split decision, right? Teofimo won the fight by split decision. I had him winning the fight. However, it was a scorecard that was 97 to 92. Knock it off. Knock it off. That is an extremely wide margin of victory for Teofimo Lopez that I didn't see at all. The fight was a lot closer than that. A lot closer than that. And I'm looking like, yo, this scorecard is wild. But, you know, this is boxing. We've seen some crazy scorecards in the past. But I just had to point that out like, no. Teo didn't win by that wide of a margin. He didn't win that wide and that clear. Knock it off, right? So, Teofimo won the fight. I had him winning the fight for sure. He outlanded Sandor Martin. However, this was a lackluster performance by Teofimo to me. Nothing wowed me or pizzazzed me after that loss to George Kambosos. Nothing that I saw was like Teofimo, the takeover is back. Nothing that I saw from him, right? I was like, nothing made me feel like, oh my God, you know, the dog is back. He looking like he regressed to me. And that's a problem, especially when you've been talking crazy, you know, talking about 140, all this and all that. Like, you gonna take over, you gonna take over 140 division, all this and all of that is looking shaky. And when I'm watching the fight, I'm noticing a few things. Because people are like, what's wrong with Teofimo? Teofimo does not have a jab. It's one of the most important punches in boxing, and he does not have one. Does not utilize it at all. I'm like, bro, you got to have a jab, man. Come on, man. Put that stick on dude's face, man, and use it. That's a great, like, Errol Spence utilizes that jab so effectively. That's his best weapon. And it sets up every other punch that he has. Teofimo, nah, he don't got it. Another thing I noticed, Teofimo does not know how to cut the ring off. In the post game, in the post fight interviews, him and Martin are going back and forth. He's telling them, you ran. When I hear fighters say that, that lets me know that a guy does not know how to cut the ring off. He was not prepared for that type of game plan. He does not know how to counter it. And he was frustrated at the fact that he can't cut the ring off. So he starts trying to go and yell at the dude telling him he ran in order to deliver a reason to the audience why the fight was lackluster. Oh, it's because he ran. No, brother, you got to be better prepared for that. Figure out a way to cut that ring off and get to the guy that you want to get to. Errol Spence, another guy, knows how to cut the ring off. Devin Haney knows how to cut the ring off. Shakur Stevenson knows how to cut the ring off. And outside of Errol Spence, even though his father named Errol Spence as a guy that they would like to fight at some point or going up to 147 and all of that, even though Errol Spence not going to be there that long. But yeah, like, them guys know how to do that. And you don't. So that's showing me that even though Teofimo is physically gifted, he's a physically gifted fighter for sure, he does not have the ring IQ that a top fighter is supposed to have. Right? Martin wasn't going to go away from that game plan and stop getting on his bicycle. He fights like that. That's how he fights, right? And he's always going to do that if it plays to his strengths and your weakness. That's what a smart fighter is supposed to do. Teofimo and they complaining, oh, he running, oh, bro, you got to figure that out. You and your father have to figure out a way to counter that and figure out the best way to get inside on a guy like that, you know? And speaking of his father, that leads to another one of his problems. He needs a trainer. A real trainer. His father is taking him as far as he can go. He needs a guy who's going to help him develop game plans and certain skills and abilities, who's going to teach him how to utilize that jab, teach him how to cut the ring off, right? And not just load up on shots the whole fight. An actual trainer is going to tell him, hey man, we got to go through something different. All right? Your father, he loves you. He wants you to succeed and wants you to win, but he ain't telling you no real fight game plan in the corner. So you just out there just winging it, trying to figure it out as he goes, right? Again, Teofimo just loading up on punches, looking for one big shot, does not throw punches in combinations, and looks like he's regressing. And it's some guys in boxing that try to throw a big shot, but like Deontay Wilder, but unfortunately Teofimo does not have Deontay Wilder punching power. He can punch, but he ain't got that game-changing eraser that Deontay Wilder has. So yeah, Wilder can get away with not throwing a whole lot of combinations and all of that and loading up, because when he crack you head dead on, you going to sleep 9 times out of 10, unless you Tyson Fury. Teofimo Lopez, not so much. He doesn't have that. So you're going to have to throw punches and combinations and not load up on shots. That way you can be able to get a guy out of there. You can systematically get a guy up out of there. Strategically do that. Intelligently throw accurate punches, hard, accurate thumping punches to get a guy to wear a guy down and ultimately stop him. You don't have to have one punch knockout power. And Teo ain't got the game-changing Deontay Wilder eraser. So, no. Another one of his problems. The brother has woman problems. I don't know if the woman is still his wife or if they divorced or whatever. She didn't even want to hand over his son to him. And ever since then, Teofimo been looking like, he been taking a step back since that as well. Having problems with his wife and they getting into it. They not together no more. Some guys can fight through that and rise above it, like a Floyd Mayweather. He didn't have woman problems a lot, but whenever he got into that ring, everything else went to the back burner, and he went out there and delivered and performed at a high level, an extremely high level. Teofimo Lopez, nah. It's been affecting him, and it's been affecting him so much, his confidence as a fighter is waning. Right after the fight, we see him asking his people in this corner, do I even still got it? Do I still got it, y'all? Do I even still got it? And when a fighter is talking like that, something is wrong. They gotta get his confidence back going. He's not confident. Bob Arum, them not confident in marching him out there against the top competition in skill at 140. No, Tim Bradley even said it. Tim Bradley said Teofimo is dog food for the competition at 140. That's what Tim Bradley said. He said a brother is dog food, as 42 Doug say. 42 Doug, I'm sorry. But yeah, man, like, I'm looking at this performance like, yes, he is dog food. Regis Prograis would fuck Teo up from watching that fight. Regis ain't gonna play with Teo. Teo got to go back to the drawing board and figure something out. Because I'm looking at Regis, I'm like, nah, man, this is money for Regis. This easy bread for him, man. Like, and looking at this performance as well as also along with the George Kambosos performance, Teofimo would severely get outclassed by Devin Haney, Shakur, and even Tank, even though Tank is much smaller than Teo. Tank got better boxing skill than Teo, without question. All the fighters I named, Shakur, Devin Haney, got better skill than him. And Tank got that damn power on him, even though he's a small guy. He got that dynamite in his hand. So, yeah, man, and then also, those guys can stick and move, but will throw more punches than Sandor Martin. And you're going to feel them punches. I know Devin Haney and Shakur are not known to be knockout artists, but how accurate and precise their punches are, it's going to get to you. And it's going to affect you. And it's going to affect Teofimo. Because they can counter and everything. But they will box circles around Teo, how I'm looking at it now. I'm like, bro, if he can't touch them and knock them out, it's night-night. And I see Devin and Shakur defensively, they're so responsible. You're not just going unloading on them. You gotta make your shots count. And again, Teo don't have game-changing knockout power the way Deontay Wilder does. And then, like I said, Teo father talking about moving up, fighting Errol Spence at 147. Teo will get annihilated by Errol Spence. He will get destroyed. As presently constructed as he fight now, he will be in trouble. It will be, I'm telling you, it wouldn't be a pretty sight at all. And then during this fight, I'm watching it, and the refs, they saved him, because he really got dropped twice in this fight. They only counted when he got dropped in the second round. They ain't count the second round knockdown. It should have been 2 knockdowns. Right? He getting timed by Sandor Martin. You know what Devin Haney and Shakur and Tanker do? What, man? No. And see, people clowning Teo, but Teo brought this on himself, calling out other fighters, talking about they ain't shit and they ain't this and they ain't that. I remember he was telling Deontay Wilder to stop being a bitch and all this and all of that. Well, brother, you need to figure out your game plan. Because dudes is in the ring. I can see dudes bitching you in the ring. I can see them hoeing you and having a way with you in the ring. So you can tell the Deontay Wilder, just get in the gym, stop being a bitch. Well, you need to get in the gym, stop being a bitch. Every time you losing now, it's I really want to fight, and I had some issue last fight, all that. All the excuses he be pulling out. He talking about Deontay Wilder with them excuses he was pulling out. You need to look in the mirror, brother. look in the mirror and get it together. Because you got all this stuff to say about other guys. And you falling short in other areas. This area, that area, that area. Get it together, brother. It's not looking well. It's not looking well. Because, again, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis, fucking you up right now. Errol Spence for sure whooping that ass. We're putting 2 feet in your ass. Regis, I'm telling you, putting feet and an elbow in your ass or something. Like, I don't, hey. You know, so all that, you had all that to say about other people. This one is he acting like a bitch. He need to do this and he need to do that. Brother, you need to get with a real trainer and develop a better ring IQ. Because your power ain't going to take you as far as Deontay Wilder's power taking him. It's not. You can't even cut the ring off and get to a guy. Deontay Wilder ain't saying he can cut the ring off, but he knew how to get his shots to a guy. And then again, he had the eraser. So he has the eraser that Teofimo doesn't have. So that's just what it is, bottom line. Deontay Wilder's eraser is much better. And when he touches you in that head region, you're going down more than likely. Unless you Tyson Fury. And even Tyson Fury went down. He just got up from it. So, yeah, man. Teofimo, those are his problems. He needs to fix them ASAP. Machiavelli Mills TV, y'all hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I'm out. Peace.